Hi friends, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica J. This is Jessica J Create, where I create and share with the hopes of inspiring and connecting with you. In today's video, I will be sharing these custom sewing accessories that I created for my space using this pattern, Butterick 4521. This pattern did come out in 1996. So it's a 90s pattern, but as you can see, it is full of multiple sewing accessories. From this pattern, I did create the hem, sleeve roll, and mitt. I also created the sleeve board here as well, cover. I did not use the ironing board cover simply because my ironing board is very small. It's just a little guy that sits on my table, so I didn't need a pattern for that one. And then I did do the sewing machine cover and serger cover as well. Along with that, I created kind of a crafter traveling tote using McCall's 4851. This is another older pattern. Let's see, this one came out in, when did you come out? In 2005. So it's 20 years old. Wow, 20 years old, that's crazy. But it's a wonderful tote that has a separating compartment inside where you can store multiple pieces, which is really awesome. And I'm super excited to have it. So this will be kind of my traveling tote for when I'm crafting or collecting supplies. First, I'll share with you the pressing tools that I did create, starting with my sleeve roll here. So all of them use this same cotton fabric. I purchased this fabric from Hobby Lobby. It's this speckled blue kind of, it's kind of like a polka dot, but not really fabric. And then on the back, I use this pink canvas that I had in my stash. And inside is stuffed with sawdust. So to get the sawdust for this project, I looked on Amazon first, and they were like $20 plus, easy. And I just couldn't do that. I didn't want to do that. So I decided to take a trip to my local Lowe's and just ask around a little bit to see if they sold it there. And a very kind man helped me, and he actually showed me that I could get it for free because they cut wood there and they usually dump the sawdust. So he's like, if you bring some type of container that we can put it in for you, we'll just dump it into the container and you can walk out of here. So it's way better than $20 plus. And I just came in with my little bucket. He filled it up for me and we were good to go. So I was able to create this seam roll. This is wonderful for pressing out seams that are in sleeves in particular, because you can just stuff this into the sleeve and then press out nice and smooth. Similarly, I have my ham here. It's made of the same material, but obviously different shape. Now this is the first one that I made, which I think it looks really cool. I love this little guy, so I get a ton of use out of this, and I actually did not have one before. I did have a seam roll. It was purchased off Amazon. You know, it was not as nice or pretty, obviously, but not having a ham, I did not realize how much I was missing out on. This is wonderful for pressing any seam that isn't straight. You know, you can turn it this way and press, this way, lay it down. You can even somewhat mold mine. I think that's because I didn't put quite enough sawdust in there. But I like that it's a little bit moldable. And it's super easy to use. I absolutely love it. Love it. And then I created the mitt. Now, I had never heard of a mitt before, outside of a mitten. I mean, I am in Wisconsin. It gets cold here, but this is a really interesting tool. So this is what it looks like. So it's kind of flat. And then in the front and the back, you have these slits. And with that, you can insert your hand, right? And so this is great for steaming. If you're steaming a garment, so you're holding your steamer, you have this behind the fabric, right? Or if you're trying to get into a little bit of a hard to reach space and you'd like to use your hand to maneuver, you use this. It protects your hand, absorbs and repels the heat, and helps you get into those tough to reach spots. I had no idea this existed. I find it pretty handy. Like I said, especially when I'm working with those areas that are really hard to get into. This is giving me more maneuvering power, I would say. And so I don't know, I'm happy I have it. It's super cute, same fabric. I was not creative with my fabric choice. I just like the colors. Yeah, and so now that I have these guys, it's really improved the quality of my personal favorite part of sewing, which is pressing. I know, what? I just love it. I love it so much. So happy to have all of this from my pattern. And then let me show you the tote bag that I created. So here she is. She's large. She is large and in charge. I used this pre-quilted fabric from Hobby Lobby. Okay, it was on sale. I believe it was $6 a yard. And then the lining is this really pretty floral fabric. Absolutely love this for multiple reasons. If you can see here, there are compartments on the inside of this. You know what? I'm going to insert some B-roll here so you can have a better look at what I'm talking about. But I did go ahead and add my logo. You can see there. This is the iron-on blue version that I purchased. And I love this bag. Why I love this bag is because there's so many different compartments. So I tend to thrift many different items or go and gather all the supplies for my projects at once. So with this bag, I'm able to slide in my patterns if I want to carry those with me, any like swatches, colors that I want to match, any samples that I need, snacks, because I get hangry, okay? So I'm able to carry all of that with me, and it's super sturdy. In the bottom, I actually put a cut bath mat so that it holds its shape. Initially, the pattern does call for cardboard, but I wanted this to be washable, so I substituted that out. And also, all along the outside are pockets. So easy to carry my phone, a water bottle, really anything I could want or need, I can carry with me. On top of that, this insert is removable so that you can take a closer look at what I'm talking about. So this is the insert that velcros to the bag. And when I take this out, of course, this is where I could toss my patterns, any papers I want to keep. I can have little swatches, notions that I want to carry around and match all the way around. Or I can just not have this and have just a large open tote bag. It's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. So it's definitely a must for me when I'm preparing for my different projects, or if I want to go out, go to the library, go to the park and work on something, I can easily pack that in here. I also might use it as a gym bag, depending on if I want to go to the gym. It's a nice gym bag, I'm not gonna lie, it's a good size. So really happy with this one. It was a labor of love for sure because I did not follow the recommended fabrics. Pre-quilted fabric was not one of the options, but it worked out just fine. Lastly, I want to show you from Butterick 4521 my sewing machine covers. Look at these. Cute. So I used a pillow design. I don't know what they call them. Oh, panel. I used a pillow panel to create this front of the sewing machine cover. And I had, of course, a front and a back, so I was able to use it for both. And then with this, I used the fabric that matched my curtains and everything else for my space. And I really love it. One change that I made is I fully lined it. So it does not call for that, but because I used this quilted fabric, I didn't want all of the batting to be rubbing up against my machine and just adding different lint and things like that. So I went ahead and fully lined mine. I quilted the back with the polka dot fabric that you actually see here on my pillows as well, which I made. And I actually never cover my machines. I don't usually cover my machines, and I was starting to feel a little bit guilty about it after my last service, and they were just kind of like, yeah, you should probably cover your machines. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. So I'm doing that. I actually, because I made them so pretty, love popping these on at the end of my sewing shift, I guess, and just coming in and taking them off and saying hi to my babies and getting to work. So I love it. Again, this is Butterick 4521. It's a little weird there. There we go. Butterick 4521 is what I use. And I'm really happy with my results. So those are all of the items that I was able to create using Butterick 4521 and McCall's 4851 to jazz up my sewing space. I hope you enjoy and you like them. If you would also like to make some of your own sewing accessories using Butterick 4521, I have a surprise. I actually purchased 2 of these on accident. When we moved here, I was ready to sew it up and I could not find the pattern, so I thought I lost it during the move. Ordered another one and then found it shortly after, as is the case, right? But that means that I have an extra of this pattern and I would love to share it with one of my subscribers. So in order to kind of qualify for this little giveaway, of course you'd have to be a subscriber of my channel, be a US resident, so I'm not really going to be shipping outside of the US, and comment down below what is your favorite sewing tool? It doesn't have to be something that's on here. It can be, you know, a seam ripper. Who loves seam rippers? Oh my gosh, ew. It can be a rotary cutter, scissors, bobbins, whatever you love. Comment down below and I will enter you into a drawing to win Butterick 4521. I am going to announce the winner, let's say on May 1st. Thursday, May 1st. You have to be entered by Wednesday, April 30th in order to qualify. So just comment down below. You have to be a subscriber, US resident, and let me know what your favorite sewing tool is. I hope to see someone out there who wants this pattern. If not, I'll just hang on to it. But either way, thank you so much for spending your valuable time here with me, gushing and oohing and eyeing over little handmade accessories. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to enter the giveaway and to hang out with me in the future. Share this video with someone who might be interested in this pattern as well, and have a wonderful day, whatever time of day it is. I love you so much for watching. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!